ass motherfuckers. How the hell you doing? This motherfucker's getting on here. We doing this shit. Uh-oh. February 1st. February 1st. Brand new morning, man. New month, new me. I'm already seeing the memes. Y'all putting it out there. Oh man, January was just a warm up. It's time to get the year really started. Who's getting the year started now in February? I'm already seeing the memes. You motherfuckers. Everybody needed a false start in January, right? Man, that's the whole fucking thing with this. How the hell you guys doing? Good morning. Welcome to the It's All On Me, the morning drinking show. I'm your host, Greg Scargle, the drunk motherfucker. Oh yeah, that's me right there. We've been talking for a whole month. We're already on month 2. Talk about life transformation. We're talking about getting sober. We're talking about taking life by storm. Start owning our shit. And it's been an exciting month, man. I'm already seeing all these memes, all you motherfuckers talking all this shit. January was just a warm up. January kind of got me caught off guard. I'm ready to start now. Okay, let's get started. That's the beauty of being a human being, man. Every single day you can choose to make a new decision to become a better version of yourself. And all you got to do is look to yesterday, right? Chalk up some of the wins, chalk up some of the losses, and just try and make some improvements little by little, motherfuckers. Y'all ain't got to do this shit just one fell swoop, right? This whole thing is about taking it in little bits and pieces, man. I've been chronicling 10 years of complete life transformation from the bottom up. I hit rock bottom right there, the drunk motherfucker hitting rock bottom. Had to end that toxic relationship I had with alcohol, right? And I've had to rebuild myself. And it's been an incredible journey. It hasn't come easy, right? And I'm not promising anybody an easy fucking path to a better you. Because most of us been telling ourselves lies. Lots and lots of lies, motherfuckers. Y'all can't get real with yourselves. And that's what it took. That's what it took for me. I had to start getting honest with myself. I had to start taking some accountability, right? And it's not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing to start taking some ownership over your life. The good, the bad, and the motherfucking ugly, right? We got a lot of that shit. We all got a lot of that shit. I don't care where you're at. I don't care what you're doing, where you're coming from, right? If you're doing life, man, we all got a past. We all got some shit that we're not proud of, right? We all have made bad decisions. That's life. No one has a perfect plan, you guys. And yet we compare ourselves to everyone we think is doing it right, doing it better than us, right? Comparison, the thief of joy. But I've been excited, still have people reaching out, looking for some support, needing some guidance, some encouragement, right? Yesterday, we really talked a lot about mindfulness, you guys. Mindfulness, right? And even though it's a good motherfucking morning, guess what? We start that motherfucker with an attitude of gratitude, right? Check those thoughts from the minute that fucking alarm goes off. Just start checking your thoughts, man. If you're already dwelling on issues and stressors and the problems of life, right? Here we are, the first of the month, right? All the bills are due. So many of our bills and our financial obligations are due, man. And so many of us are like, awesome, no big deal, right? We got our shit on lockdown. And a lot of us, are like, fuck, man. We dread the Monday. We dread the fucking first of the month. Gotta pay up. Gotta pay those bills. And if we're not living our best life, if we're settling for less, if we're telling ourselves bullshit stories, right? Diminishing our value, diminishing our worth as a human being, right? Limiting our potential. Is that you? Have you been limiting the potential that you have because of some shit that happened in the past, right? You're still living in that broken record. You think that, you can't transform your life. You couldn't go back to school, learn some new skills, take on some new habits, right? And we fantasize about it. I think every single one of you motherfuckers fantasizes about ways that you can improve. I know I was there, right? Year 1, year 2, year 3, even just before the fucking 2022. I was fantasizing about what was this whole thing gonna be, right? It's all on me. What was it gonna be like for me to start like stepping out and telling my truth? And I get myself so hyped up, man. I want to talk myself out of that shit, right? What are these people gonna think about me? What are they gonna say to me? And guess what? I've seen it all. I've had the high fives. I've had the cheers. I've had some incredible leaders hit me up, right? Saying, man, you're very inspirational. Keep doing what you're doing. And I've had some motherfuckers tell me, you need to change. You need to stop saying all that. I'm blocking you. If you don't stop, I'm going to abandon you, right? Family members and shit. And that's like, I think that's the most empowering thing in life is when we can truly get to our place of truth. We can know where you stand. Even if everybody leaves you, what are you going to stand for in this life? What truly matters to you? And, when I talk about my own life transformation, I've been coming on here every day talking about, what it got for me to be here, you guys. And I'm just in this incredible season of just manifestation. And for those of you that I don't know, like, does everybody know what the fuck manifestation is? Do you realize that your thoughts can actually create things in the real physical world? Thoughts that are not physical, right, can then create stuff. But it doesn't mean it just happens like fucking magic. It ain't like a spell, you just wish this shit to happen. You gotta sit there. No, there's something about doing life. It's something about finding your purpose. It's something about finding the thing inside of you that makes you feel most alive. And then fanning the flames of that so that you can really align yourself with your purpose in life. We got one shot at this, motherfuckers. We got one shot at life. Do y'all realize that, man? This is it. This will be the only time that you live this day. And this could be the biggest missed opportunity of your life, or it could be the most incredible first step to the best life ever. Because you get to be the author of both things. But if you're still sitting there half-stepping, overthinking, right, worrying about what everybody else is going to think about you, when you want to finally make some changes in your life, right, create some disruption in your fucking routine, in your habit, because you're sick and tired of the grind, you're sick and tired of coming up empty every year, every month, every week, right? When you look back, ain't shit really changing in your life. You keep voting for your favorite people. You keep watching your favorite teams. You keep eating your favorite food. You keep doing your favorite things. But man, it doesn't leave you feeling better. Anybody got things that they do on a regular basis and it ain't getting you nowhere? It's just like, you're just content, man. It's a fucking broken record. What kind of way is that to live, man? That's not a way to live. Ain't none of us been programmed to just fall in fucking line with a routine and just play that motherfucker out for the rest of our life. Are you kidding me? That ain't living, man. I'm sorry, but you ain't gonna convince me that that's somehow living, and that somehow any of you, depending on what you've experienced, that's the best approach for your life, to fall into a routine. Man, there's something about us, you guys, that doing something new every single day, right? By saying yes and experiencing new things, it's like, how do you know what the fuck you could be? One of you right now listening could be could be the person that invents the next greatest thing to transform the entire world, the universe. You don't know. One of you could be the next most incredible fucking politician, or the business, or a business leader, or just someone that is the most inspiring person. Right? Look at this technology you got, you guys. We're going live right now. This shit's accessible worldwide, and every single one of us has it right here in our hands. You guys are all using the same technology as me. And yet you have something very special inside of you, you guys. And I've been chipping away at that, trying to get y'all to start fucking believing more in yourself, right? But it takes what? It takes having some confidence. It takes having some self-acceptance, right? Knowing your story, right? And really being accountable and saying, you know what? I've been telling myself a lot of lies. I'm done doing that. I'm gonna start getting real with myself, being honest with myself, saying, look, I haven't been completely honest with what I'm doing, and I don't feel good about all this shit I'm hiding from everybody, all these masks. I know that when I have to show up to my job, I gotta hide a bunch of shit. When I go and hang out with my best friends, I gotta hide a bunch of shit. I gotta edit things and hold things back because I don't want people to truly know what I'm feeling or how I'm thinking or what I truly enjoy, right? Because this is my routine. These are my people, and whether I, it's like most of us, I don't think we realize that we are given permission to grow and to change, to like new things, right? There's kind of these limiting beliefs that I talk about a lot, and the thing that comes to my mind right now is, are you a creature of habit, right? Are you a creature of habit watching this? You got your habits, your routines, and anything outside of that, right, is uncomfortable. It's scary. It's fearful. And it's based on what? You heard a bunch of shit, right? Someone told you, oh, yoga's fucking stupid, right? Someone told you, oh, vegan and plant-based nutrition, man, that's for idiots, right? I'm a fucking man. I'm a carnivore, right? I used to be that asshole, right? Anybody like Rudy's Barbecue, right? I used to love their little t-shirt. They had a slogan that said, I didn't climb all the way up the food chain to eat vegetables. I used to be that asshole, man. I was that fucking guy believing all this bullshit, right? Because guess what? It keeps us in our comfort zone, right? It falls back to just being safe, what we are safe with. And guess what we're most safe with is even the shit it's our routines. It's the things that don't ask much of us, right? It's that little bitch voice telling us, man, keep taking easy street. Keep letting it go, right? Do you guys realize, man, the importance of health and fitness, right, in a daily life? Like, we talked yesterday about nutrition, or we talked yesterday about mindfulness, but today, I want to spend some time talking about what? Being fit for life, you guys. Being fit for life. There's a lot of you out there, man. When you look back at your teenage years and your 20s, you were super active, right? You were probably an athlete in high school, a lot of us, growing up as kids. And then, you know what? Life starts hitting us, right? We get jobs, we settle down, whether if we're a man or a woman, we both, in this day and age, both working adults, men or women, we're all working. There's not a whole lot of stay-at-home people, but there are. And, and then we sort of like start letting shit go, little by little, right? We don't feel like we're as youthful. We don't feel like, we know it takes more work, right, to stay fit, to stay healthy, right? We realize that the stressors and the responsibilities of life, man, they throw us for a loop. And I was that guy, man. I was an exceptional athlete in high school and growing up. One of the top athletes in this community, Santa Fe, New Mexico. And it was kind of shitty because it was a small community, and those of you that have been raised in smaller communities, man, if you're a kind of a standout type athlete, maybe you just have a giftedness for speed or strength or just agility. Man, I got so much hate back in the day because I was very gifted. I was very speedy, and I made a lot of other kids look bad out there on the field. And that created a lot of tension. I had to fight a lot growing up because people were always wanting to fucking test me, right? Test this drunk motherfucker. Try to see how badass you are, man. You're making us look bad on the field, right? Why you gotta fucking, you know, be so high performing? And it's just like, I don't know. That's who I was, right? And what sucks is, so from high school, top athlete, kind of lettering 3 varsity sports at a private school, being recruited to go play varsity sports at a private school here in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and lettering 3 varsity sports as a freshman, right? That was a pretty big accomplishment just from an early age. I can remember just the first time I played Little League, man, cranking home runs all over the place, man, just being a little speed demon, having an arm, man, flaming people, striking out motherfuckers, making them cry, right? Being the closer, the game winner, the difference maker, the game, just really living at a high level. And I know I'm talking to a lot of motherfuckers like that because I grew up with a lot of you dudes, man. Like, you guys were exceptional athletes. And then I get into the military, and a lot of people don't realize, you know, when you get into the military is very athletic. It's very high performance, and it really is conducive. I think that's what gave me an edge in during my military experience, where I was a fitness coordinator, right? So, you know, as coming on here as like a life coach, transformational coach, you know, I've been mentoring and coaching people all the way back, you know, this motivational kind of, come on, man, come on. I was always that fucking guy, whether it was on the team or whether it was in the military, right? Being at what's called the guide, right? Carrying the guide on, which is like the flag, man. That motherfucker was the standard of excellence in your unit, right? Because anytime we're out there fucking rucking and humping, and I was with the Marine Grunts, right? As the corpsman, you know, fucking circling up the whole entire unit, going up mountains, hiking and shit, running around with all my gear and the flag, you know, just picking up people, being that fucking encourager, being that motivator, saying, come on, let's fucking go. Let's embrace the suck. Let's do it together, right? Picking each other up. And, you know, it's like a lot of people I don't think realize, you know, so, you know, I felt bad. And, you know, if you've ever been in the military, you feel bad for the ones that join the military to get in shape. Man, that's a rough way to go in, right? And so when you are already an athlete, high fucking performance, man, it definitely, I think that as I look back at 43 years old, you know, when I've been in the highest performing state of physical readiness, it's always given me an edge. And that's true to this day. You guys have been seeing, man, go look at my shit. You know, 43 years old, fucking deadlifting 520 pounds. Like, I'm stronger than I've ever been. You know, I'm more physically fit than I've ever been. I feel more complete right now than I ever have been in my entire life. And it's like, I know, man. I know I don't look no 21 years old. I get it. I get it, motherfuckers. But I feel it. And that's what I am trying to fucking talk to you guys about, right? We're so externally focused. We want to wear all these fucking masks. We want to wear clothes that make us feel good, but it hides all of our bullshit, right? It hides all the fat and the obesity. And in this country, man, we got some fat motherfuckers walking around out there. And y'all still think you're strutting it like back in the day, and that ain't, trust me, man, I was in that illusion, that delusion of saying, man, I'm in great shape. But when I look back at those pictures and I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed, man, when I went through my depression, right? And a lot of it came after this, coming after, you know, having to lose it all, right? To lose all my financial possessions, you know, being a young entrepreneur in my 20s, just crushing life. And then to have everything fucking stripped, right? All the materialistic possessions, homes and investment properties and businesses in Southern California, this kid from Santa Fe just crushing it, right? And when I lost all that stuff, I let it go, man. I fell into a really dark depression. And it's sad because, you know, I've always been athletic. And it's sad because during my time of depression, a lot of people that met me, Fat Greg, right? The fat motherfucking Greg, that's who they thought I was. And so when they see me now and they watch all this shit, they're like, dude, you have changed your whole life. And it's like, nah, man, I really didn't change. I changed by being the fat motherfucker, because that's not who I am, right? That is not, like, if you look at the majority of my life, it's been this window of depression coming off of this life loss that really fucked me up. It really did. And what's sad is when we get into that depression, you know, and again, depression's looking in the rearview mirror, anxiety's being worried about the unexpected, the yet to come, right? Overwhelmed by the future. Depression is still fucking clinging on to the past, man. And you know, it's so sad that when I fell into that state of depression, the first thing I fucking threw out was the thing that probably gave me the edge my whole entire life, which was my physical fitness, right? My desire to be high performance, you know, and to put myself through, whether it was running or hiking or lifting weights. You know, I listened to all these people. I remember a really good friend of mine, man. I used to lift with him and train with him when we were growing up playing high school sports. For some fucking reason, this motherfucker hit me up, and there was a trend. I think it was in like I think it was in like around the after 9/11, so probably in like the 2000s. I think everyone started going more to like the CrossFit shit, you know, and circuit training stuff, and it's like weights became bad, right? Especially coming out of like the golden era of like the 70s, 80s, and 90s, all steroids and fucking bulk and the Arnold Schwarzenegger type shit, you know, and it's like, it seems like there was like this message that went out to athletes that somehow weight training was bad for you. It's bad for your joints, it's bad for all this. So again, man, I look for every fucking excuse to just let it go, man. To stop fucking being the best version of myself, which is an athletic motherfucker, a badass motherfucker. And I bet some of you can relate to that story, right? You settle down, maybe, you know, you have that first kid, second kid, you're starting a family, right? You're starting to work that first career job with paid time off and sick leave and getting benefits and shit. And life just kind of fucking, the routine of life gets so consuming that, you know, we let the shit go that got us there, right? We let our routine of fitness go. And we do it in the name of somehow providing stability in a family structure. At least that's something I identified with. I said, man, you know what? I got to let the fitness go because I need to put more attention on my business. I need to put more attention being a husband and being a father. And it's like, that's this whole fucking it's all on me, motherfuckers. And it comes across like maybe we some selfish ass motherfuckers, because we're starting to look at ourselves. We're starting to examine ourselves and say, hold on, I ain't no good to nobody else if I ain't putting myself first. And that ain't being some arrogant, self-conceited motherfucker, because that's shitty, right? That's not how I come across. But it's saying, it's being accepting enough of your situation to say, you know what you need every single day to fill your cup, right? So that you can then show up for everyone else. Because guess what? In this life, you are going to do life with other people, right? And so if you're not showing up as your best self in these situations, then what good is it? If you're not taking care of yourself, that's having self-interest. And so I just know when I was in this depression, man, I let so much shit go, you guys. I let it slide, right? You know, I was looking at some of the data here today, and it's like, when it comes to caloric intake, right? Because a big part of fitness is nutrition. And I fought this battle for years, you guys, during this 10 years of sobriety and life transformation. Like, I stayed pretty active. I had probably like around four or 5 years, maybe half of it. I'm gonna have to be honest. I think it was probably about 3 to 5 years, right? Give or take, just little frequencies where I was just totally checked out. No fitness, no real exercise, but I wanted to. I wanted to be fit. Like, I still tried to, like, it wasn't a regular, it wasn't routine. Like, I would still go on hikes, I would still go camping, I would still go for walks, you know, in the evenings. And then I remember at one point, I was working at Santa Fe Community College, right? My story is, you know, kind of, we, as a family, right, we got totally devastated economically speaking in '09. Moved back to Santa Fe, having had to close a business, foreclose on, you know, a million point two in investment properties, right? I'm in my 20s, just crushing life, over $1 million in real estate, having a, you know, a business that's just kicking ass, and living a dream. And after '09, we moved back here. My son was 3 months old. He'll be 13 in 7 days. So it's been 13 years, you guys, of really rebuilding life. 10 years of sobriety, but 13 years. My son is the benchmark. He's going to be 13 in 6 more days. And so we moved back here when he was 3 months old to Santa Fe, New Mexico. Virtually homeless, man. It was like a wagon train, man. It was like a modern day exodus out of California. If any of you experienced this, and I've talked to a lot of you guys that have had almost the same story when the economy collapsed, and we were on the edge of the cliff being in Southern California. It was bad, you guys. I mean, it took us like 8 weeks just to rent the fucking U-Haul. And then once we got on the road heading back to New Mexico, it was literally bumper to bumper traffic as far as the fucking eye could see. You know, U-Haul trucks, people moving like a fucking great exodus coming out of California, man. The golden dream just fucking done. Time to start over. And so we come back and, you know, just depression sets in, right? Just the reality of like, holy shit, what the fuck happened? Head spinning. You know, I was still sober at the time. I was an angry sober guy because of my second DWI and how that shit went down. But I wasn't working out. I wasn't exercising on a regular basis, right? I always kind of tried to think, oh, walking's good enough, you know, hiking every once in a while is okay. But it wasn't until really after this shit went down, right? 2 years later, 3 years later, that I found myself at Santa Fe Community College, just trying to finish up my education. Like, I hit rock bottom. I had to walk away from the beer industry here locally. I was a sales rep for one of the big distributors here in Santa Fe, New Mexico. And I had to walk away from that because I was turning a new lease on life, wanting to get sober. And I couldn't have my job fully connected. You know, it's really hard, right? It's like you got to know your boundaries. Like, for me to stay in that industry knowing that I needed to change my relationship with alcohol from the top to the bottom, inside out, all around, that I walked away from that job. And, you know, I have some really cool stories about jobs that I had tried for and didn't work out. But eventually I found myself at Santa Fe Community College, under a veterans program called Voc Rehab. And it was my opportunity to finish up my higher education, you guys. And I got super lucky and fortunate. You know, I feel very fortunate from that opportunity. It started in the summer of 2013, and during that time, you know, I finished 3 college degrees, an associate's in business, a bachelor's in business, concentration in marketing, and an MBA in management. And I can remember there was a time where I was running the Veterans Resource Center out at Santa Fe Community College. And there was maybe about 20 of us that were showing up. I was the leader there, and I was starting to bring in other veterans to help support it and build out that program. And I can remember, man, like, no one was really working out. It was kind of sad because I know we were all fucking warriors, man. All these motherfuckers were some tip of the spear type men and women, like really hard chargers. But I could tell that, you know, and it's something that happens in a lot of us. It happens not just in the military, exiting the military, but a lot of life transformations, right? When we transition from something routine and regimented, especially like the military, you know, it takes some time to find your fucking way, to figure out your own way, because everything is so regimented. When you work, when you get off, you know, just the whole entire program, day in, day out. Physical fitness and readiness. And again, back in my military days, you know, I was exceptional, right? Even as a Navy corpsman with the Marines, used to run 300 PFTs, right? Perfect scores on everything. And I was a beast. I still am. Grateful for that. But I remember there was only about 1 or 2 of the veterans that were actually working out on a regular basis. And someone came up with this idea here in New Mexico. We have a great event that commemorates the Bataan Death March, and someone came up with, hey, let's go do the Bataan Death March as a team. Like, we were looking for opportunities for us to build our community and to really engage ourselves and really kind of do that team building exercise. So it was kind of cool. Like, at the time there was 20 of us and maybe only like 2 were working out, and so we all said, all right, we committed to it. And again, the Bataan Death March, it happens, I think, in March. It's coming up this year, but it's a full marathon. So 26.2 mile hike out in the southern New Mexico desert. And it's a hell of a challenge if you've never done it. And we did it rucking, so we had 30-pound packs. So we started a training regimen of going back into rucking, which is basically hiking but with weighted packs. You guys see, if you look at my feed, I'm always carrying a pack around, and it's rucking. I'm definitely training above and beyond. So instead of just nature walking, I like to increase the intensity of the exercise by adding that weight, building up my body. It's just part of how I'm programmed. And what was so cool, you guys, is we went out on the first hike and maybe like 7 people went. And it's like, after that first hike, we came back and like the other people were there and they're like, man, shit, you guys really did it. You guys went on a hike, and it's like, it became contagious where now everyone wanted to start going on a hike. And that's kind of my point here, is that, good behaviors and bad behaviors are both contagious. And so it was kind of like when nobody was working out, everyone was just kind of being lackadaisical. But once a few of us had organized ourselves and said, hey man, we're going to start doing these hikes on a regular basis, and we're going to hike here in the backyard, and we're going to hike in the mountains, and we're going to start doing all these group hikes, everybody started to get interested. Like, I don't want to be left out. I talked yesterday about that group mentality. It's like, it's hard to fucking stand alone, right? It's hard to be this, right? Some of y'all have an amazing, incredible story, and you're scared to tell it because guess what? It's going to put you in a spotlight. And you may not feel you deserve that spotlight. You may not feel that you're special enough because you see everyone else and you think, oh, well, they look better, they sound better, they have, they haven't fucked up, or they haven't done this and that somehow devalues me. And it's like, man, forget all that shit. You have to be able to value yourself and know what the fuck you stand for. But it was really a cool experience that everyone started to grab a hold of re-engaging with fitness. So we did do the Baton Death March. Man, it fucking kicked our ass. That sucker took 26.2 miles. I think took me a little over 10 hours, man, of just fucking hiking all day, man. So smoked. Unbelievable challenge. And it commemorates the actual Baton Death March from World War II. And which is 1,000 times fucking more intense than the real deal, right? What these men went through during their wartime experience is incredible. And to think that there's still people that are alive from that, and you get to meet them, they're becoming fewer and fewer and fewer. But it was an incredible experience, and it really got me back into re-engaging fitness, getting back in the gym. That was a great benefit working at the community college, is we got to go to the gym for free. So I had all the incentives to get back in the gym. And so I did. I started working out. I started bulking up. I started, earning that weight back. I remember going there just like any of you. If any of you started working out this year for the first time in a while, right? You go into the gym, and people like me and others that are just physically active on a regular basis, yeah, man, we're pushing weights. We look good. We feel good. We're pushing out energy that's, can be overwhelming for someone that's like, fuck, man, I feel like shit. I don't, I can't keep up with these people. Right? Everyone else has got their shit together. I'm never going to look this good. Look how much weight this guy's lifting. I'm over here, feeling like a little bitch or whatever the fuck it is, and this is men and women alike. And so, that you got to get past that shit, right? You can't be so fucking externally focused, right? And when it comes to health and fitness, that's it. I mean, when it comes to our society in general, man, like, I think women are totally fucking stressed out by keeping up with the aesthetics of the best looking women, the most fit women, the best booty, all this shit, man. And it's like men are the same way. We feel insignificant about our biceps and our fucking chests and our guts, if you got a fucking, man tits and, a big old fucking spare tire around your waist, man, you ain't gonna feel good about yourself. Especially you walk in the gym and, the people that are putting in that work, right? You are gonna fucking feel like shit. It's gonna make you feel worse. But guess what? Don't worry about that shit. Earn the weight. I had to do it. I had to go back and earn the fucking weight, right? I had to do what was good for me. And again, it took that commitment of showing up each and every day. And it's like, it ain't easy, especially when you've been letting it go for so long. But it's like fitness has to become integrated into our daily lives, you guys. right? When I was looking at, you know, calorie intake versus calorie expenditure, I mean, this is basic shit that you guys all know about, right? If you're fucking eating all these calorie dense processed food, restaurants, fast food, shit that you fucking throw in the microwave that's already frozen, pre-made, bakeable stuff, right? This shit is gonna be healthy for you. There's gonna be a lot of calories, calorie dense, calorie rich stuff. And it's like, if you ain't working out, if you ain't doing something active on a regular basis, if you're spending a lot of your life sitting there, whether it's remote at home and you're watching TV, or you're sitting in a fucking job, an office, where you're sitting on your ass all fucking day, man, you're gonna start building an office body, right? Which an office body is usually, as a man, you're gonna have man tits and a fucking spare tire around your waist, right? And you ladies, it's not much different, right? It ain't much different when you start getting flabby, right? And it sucks. It feels like shit. And so there's this really, like, our country and the society in a whole, man, like, obesity is a real thing. Being overweight and obese is such a struggle. And so I know that even when I started getting back into fitness based on this story of finishing up the Baton Death March and then starting to get back into a weightlifting exercise, and then I even had started running, you guys. And I look back at those pictures, and maybe I'll share one of those with you this week just for inspiration. I was bulky, I was super strong, but I was bulky, I was still fat, and I felt like shit. Because I'm that stubborn motherfucker, you guys, that said, look, I'm smarter than the nutrition. I'm going to just work harder. I'm going to work out more intense. And I'm going to try and outperform my bad nutrition. Do you guys understand that? Does anybody understand that? Having a mindset where you're like, you know what, I'm not going to do anything to change my nutrition because I like eating my chips. I like eating pizza. I like the burgers. I like the snacks. I like the salty and savory foods, right? So I'm not going to change any of that because that comfort food, that fucking, snack, bullshit, bad, healthy food, right, it brings me pleasure. And I don't want to give that up, so I'm just going to start working out even more intense. That was my mindset, that I don't want to give that up, so I'm just going to turn on the fucking afterburners with my workout. Guess what? That's a fucking losing approach, man. It did not give me the results. I still felt like shit. I was strong, I was healthy, right? But I didn't feel fucking good at the end of the day, and I didn't look good. I was still embarrassed. I still had a fat body, but I was like just swole, right? That's what it is. It's that term of I was swole. Any of y'all motherfuckers swole right now? I see guys all the time. If I could just convince people to switch their nutrition, right? Give this plant-based shit a fucking get-go, I could with 100% guarantee, I could transform your fucking life, right? In 90 days. 90 fucking days, I could transform your life. If you hit me up as a life coach, where I could guide you on your nutrition, your fitness, boom. You'd have a fucking whole new life by the summer. You'd be a whole new fucking person, and I got the science to prove it. So that's what fucking gave me the edge this next go around. Is I was working out, I was putting in the work, I was running on a regular basis. I would run a fucking mile lap around the college, and then hit my fucking gym exercise again. I was swole, I felt strong, but I looked at that man and he was still a fat motherfucker, and he didn't feel 21. It wasn't until 2020, right, when I switched up my nutrition, right? I got inspired to switch up my nutrition. I watched 2 fucking documentaries, Forks Over Knives, again, Forks Over Knives, and The Game Changers. They're both about plant-based fucking nutrition. The Game Changers is about plant-based nutrition with professional athletes from UFC to the NFL across the board. There's trainers that are implementing plant-based nutrition, and it's showing what? Reduced recovery times, increased performance, all this crazy, amazing fucking results. And Forks Over Knives, just like, it turns around 2 guys that are ticking time bombs, coronary heart disease, ready to fucking kill over, 12-week fucking program, right? 12-week fucking program, blood work before, blood work after, plant-based the whole entire time, and their whole lives change. And this is the exact same breakthrough transformation I went through, you guys. All the bullshit. Oh, where do you get your protein from? Where do you get this? Where do you get that? Oh, it can't be sustainable. You know, it's like, it's all fucking lies until you actually try it. You don't know what you're talking about. You gotta try this shit. And most of you aren't willing to try it because guess what? That little bitch voice in your fucking head wants to keep you feeling like shit. Because you know what? In your mind, you say, hey, I know this, I don't know that, and we're scared of the unknown. So we hold ourselves back for trying something fucking new. And so, where a lot of people fail with like going vegan or any fucking diet, really, and that's why I'm not on a diet, you guys. This is my nutrition. And there's a difference. Because most of y'all do these crash fucking diets because you bulk up, you get all fucking, you indulge for the holidays, and then we start this new year and we feel like shit, and then we know that it's a pretty quick shot until it's fucking swimming season. So we want to do these crash diets. It's all about just losing weight. It's not about feeling fucking great. There's a difference. The program I'm offering you guys is to feel great versus just losing weight. I doubt anybody wants to fucking give that a try. How many of y'all motherfuckers hitting up my DM right now say, whoa, holy shit, I want to feel great more than just losing weight. And the great thing is you'll do both. But you have to switch to nutrition. This ain't a fucking diet, right? Most of you fail with diets is because what? You're depriving yourself. There's not enough substance there. It's the pain of saying, oh, I can't have this, oh, I can't eat that. And it's like all this resistance because you want it to be your way, right? And a lot of that is even just our codependency, right? We have this toxic relationship with food, right? I'm someone that's guilty of that. When I'm getting stressed, right? How many of us know that when you're in a stressful situation, right? You go to fucking bad food, those guilty pleasures of food, right? Eating a whole fucking thing of ice cream, eating a whole fucking bag of chips, right? And we're just doing it subconsciously. We're just like fucking these little rats, little lab rats. Think about yourself. How many of y'all motherfuckers went and bought a fucking bag of chips in the last week? And you know this is like a family bag of chips. You motherfuckers like, oh wait, and you're blaming it on, oh, there's not a lot of chips in this big ass bag. No, go look at the calories. Right? Some of these bags of chips, man, one fucking bag is like 1,500 fucking calories. And it's all fat. It's all bullshit. That shit ain't gonna sit right in your body. Right? Or you fucking bust out the ice cream, all stressed out. And we eat this shit and we fucking want to feel better. You're not gonna feel better. Right? Because you actually, that's what's sad about it, is you're trying to feel better, but you land up feeling fucking worse. And it's all on me is about taking fucking total ownership. You got to take total ownership every day of your life. Right? And if you want to feel better, you got to start changing some things up. You got to start disciplining yourself. Looking at some new nutrition, but not shit that's going to starve you. I think it's encouraging. I'm seeing all these people that are, you know, have gone through life transformation during the pandemic, and I'm one of them. I'm one of these people. I've been doing it for 10 years. I was doing it before it was cool, but everything came together during the pandemic. It gave me that fucking window of freedom to say, oh shit, I can change a lot more shit up because now shit's in chaos and I'm not going to be caught up in the bullshit, all panicked and afraid. I'm going to fucking thrive in this shit. I see that shit's not right in this world. I'm going to get better. The concerns, the red flags I'm seeing with the decay of society, right? That's a fucking warning call for me, right? To get mission ready, to get back to being the tip of the fucking spear. And I hope some of you fucking warriors hearing me say this shit, it's gonna resonate with you. It's time to fucking start thriving, you guys, because shit ain't gonna get better. The politics ain't gonna get better. The control, the loss of freedom, all this shit that matters to some of you motherfuckers, it's the fucking time to wake the fuck up. It's better to to be a fucking warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. The fuck you gonna do with some fucking gardening tools when shit's fucking hitting the fan? How you gonna protect your family? Right? Some of y'all are amazing fucking parents. You genuinely love and have changed the patterns of broken families, right? Because you're being the best mother or father that you can be for your kids, because you're breaking some patterns that you had growing up. But y'all ain't being role models for your kids for living a fucking healthy, happy, fulfilled lifestyle. Because you're being a provider. Bravo. Can't ever get fucking turned down about that. But when are you going to put all the pieces together to truly exemplify the fullness of life, fitness, health, nutrition, living an active lifestyle? If all you're teaching motherfuckers is how long you can marathon watch fucking TV, come on, man. That's the example? That's the legacy that you're passing on to your fucking kids? Is that, oh, Dad, hey, boys, let's look at the old pictures of Dad when he was in high school. Look at me, I was such a badass motherfucker back in the day, but, when you get a little older and you settle down, it's, this is what it becomes, right? Big flabby chest, man boobs and a fucking spare tire, boys, but just live it up while you can. That's bullshit. That is some motherfucking bullshit, you fuckers. Quit lying to them kids. Quit lying to yourself. Because there's motherfuckers out there right now, 80 years old, they cranking them weights. And you go talk to them, right? You go talk to those 80-year-olds, they say, hey, man, you can't let that shit go. Don't let it go. Do not let it go. You have to stay after it. You have to stay after a fit lifestyle. But it's harder than a motherfucker to get back after it, especially if you've let it go for that long. Because guess what? You go to the gym and you know you're fucking fat and nasty, you're gonna feel you're gonna feel insecure around people that have been putting in the work. But guess what? Us people that have been putting in the work, we ain't sitting there judging you, right? We're worried about us, right? We're showing up for us, and hopefully you're showing up for you. So you ain't gotta impress me by trying to fucking lift a whole bunch of weight that's just gonna hurt you, right? Take it in increments, small steps. Reach out to me. As a personal trainer, I'm here to fucking guide you guys across the board, man. Total life fucking transformation. And today, we're talking about being fit for life. Because again, that's number fucking 2. Mindfulness to start, exercise, right? Then nutrition for me. And you really could put nutrition before exercise because, again, the data shows that they say, man, nutrition is 80% of the equation. Fitness is only 20 fucking percent, you guys. Anybody know how many fucking calories it takes to burn off a pound? 1 pound of fucking fat. Anybody know that shit? How many calories you got burned? 3,500 to lose 1 pound of weight. Right? You want to lose a pound of weight a day, 3,500 calories. Trust me, man. Most of y'all motherfuckers can't put that shit in. You ain't gonna be able to put in 3,500 fucking calories a day to get that type of result. But you gotta start somewhere, right? Maybe it's just evening walks, but doing it on a regular basis, right? If you are obese right now, you need to at least try and get 30 minutes of some sort of an activity, medium activity, not high intensity. Don't fucking kill yourself. Because you got to, it's like it's like the process of life. You have to crawl, then you walk, then you run, and then you can fucking take off. But a lot of you guys jump in and you're already behind the power curve because you're listening to someone else that maybe doesn't know how to evaluate your best interest, right? To get you to start at the right place. And I see that. I see a lot of trainers out there making people do all kinds of stuff that I can tell this person feels uncomfortable, and not like the good uncomfortable, that they're pushing themselves. I just think that you can tell that it's not one size fits all. And that's why with my clients, it's like I'm going to really figure out what makes you tick and what helps your body to respond, right, to different types of intensities and different types of activities, movements, exercises, right? And usually my approach is saying, look, I don't want you to just be doing, a chest day, a fucking arm day, a leg day. It's like I like to kind of do, you know, 3 to 4 days a week, right? And kind of hit on either upper body, lower body, doing a mixture, right, of exercises until we get to a certain goal, right? And whether that's a certain weight loss goal or a body fat goal. But the biggest piece that held me back during those years when I was running and I was in the gym, but I was still a fat motherfucking Greg, was my nutrition, right? And I mean, would I love for everybody to try plant-based for at least 3 months, right? Fuck yeah, I would. Because I know that shit, if you do it right, it would change your fucking life. And I know that if some of you were willing to hire me as your health and nutrition coach, your life transformation coach, I'd change your fucking life. Guaranteed. That's a guarantee. But you gotta show up, right? Not many people can guarantee shit. If you can show up, if you can fucking put out, stay disciplined, learn some more discipline, right? Push past some of the pain and suffering and soreness and all the bullshit excuses, right? I could change your motherfucking life. New you, for real. Not this new year, new me, and all these motherfuckers coming out with January was a false start. I'm really getting after it now. Great. Every fucking day is an opportunity for you to get after it. This whole year, month, all this shit is so irrelevant. You should wake up every single day trying to do what? Be the best version of yourself. And all you're competing with is who the fuck you were yesterday. So if you were a fucking slacker yesterday, try and be a little less of a slacker today. Tomorrow, try and be a little lesser of a slacker than you were the day before. And eventually that shit will start to compound and it'll start to show progress and results, right? And we know that what happens with results, they kill fucking excuses. And all of us got a lot of motherfucking excuses, right? So you really have to figure out what are these bad, unhealthy habits, right? And it starts with, again, it's journaling. Journaling comes into this. What is your life story, right? You still living in that past? You still fucking talking of like the Al Bundy, right? 5 touchdowns. When I was a high school quarterback, boy, I had 5 touchdowns. That's all I fucking ever talked about, right? That shit's gone, man. That ship sailed. What are you doing today, right? I get it. You peaked in high school. That's another limiting belief, right? People saying, I peaked in high school. Are you one of those people? You categorize yourself as someone that peaked in high school. That was when you had the best looks. That's when you felt the best. That's when you had the most confidence, right? I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know what fucking life did to you. But guess what? You can fucking get some shit back. You can get the way you felt in high school. You can get it back. That don't mean it's going to fucking happen with a magic wand. But if you're willing to put in the work and you're willing to start really fucking looking at your life, getting real with who you are, start putting down some goals, some dreams, and holding yourself accountable, right? Rebuilding some trust with yourself. So that's why we don't take big steps. It's little fucking steps. If you haven't been physically active, right? Maybe it's just going for some walks. Maybe it's starting to hike 3 times a week. You gotta do something, you guys. And especially if you have fucking kids around you. What are you teaching them? The life as an adult is about sitting fucking, getting burnt out at work, coming home and sitting fucking vegging out all night and doing it again. Wash, rinse, repeat. Some of y'all are gonna get fucking hurt by this shit. But if this is who you are, come on, man, reach out to me. I ain't gonna judge your ass. I'm gonna try and inspire you and encourage you and say, come on, let's get it. Where do you wanna be? What are you unhappy with? And what are you willing to do to fucking change that up? And it shouldn't be these crash diets, right? That makes you lose weight, but you still feel like shit. You should find something in life that helps you to get back to being the optimal version of yourself. And that's where I find myself at right now. I'm at an optimal place, and I got the blood work to show it, you guys. The VA blood work. I have pre-plant-based diet blood work, pre-diabetic, fucking all kinds of bullshit, man. All kinds of my cholesterol's fucking bad, blood sugar's bad, fucking high sodium, all this bullshit, man. Ready to fucking die in my sleep. In my fucking 40s, man. My 30s, I was ready to die in my fucking sleep. All kinds of medication, switching up to plant-based, it's all gone. Forks over knives, man. Don't take my word. Watch that fucking documentary. But here's my fucking life. Go look at what the fuck I'm doing on my Facebook shit, man. 43 years old, deadlifting like a fucking gorilla. Hiking like a motherfucker. Incredibly active and just high performance, you guys. Bouncing all over the fucking place at the gym. Dancing all over the place. Full of energy. Even from the testosterone piece, you guys. I've never fucking taken any bullshit. Never. 100% natural. Never done steroids. Never done any fucking performance bullshit. I don't even take fucking pre-workout. And that's tooting my own fucking horn. That's me. That may not be you. I'm just fucking loped out enough that when I show up, if I can put the motherfucking car and drive and I'm headed to the gym, I'm gonna go there with a fucking purpose and a mission. And I don't need shit going through my to pump me up, to get more pumped up than I already am, to fucking go and handle my shit. All natural, you guys. I'll fucking, if you guys want to see the results with my blood work, I'll be happy to share that with you guys. But they ran my testosterone, right? 43 years old. How many of you motherfuckers? Low T. Gotta fucking take all this shit. Gotta spend all this money, right? Low T. Can't keep it hard no more. Come on now. My fucking testosterone levels last year, being on plant-based for like, I only started lifting last January again. I'd taken off like a year or two because all the gyms, everything closed down. And then I left the community college. So I had a little gap there, about a year and a half, 2 years. I wasn't even in the gym. So I got my blood work done in May. I started lifting in January again, regularly, committing to it, and doing plant-based for almost a year at that point. Testosterone 800, free testosterone 134 out of 138 total. I mean, this shit is like fucking off the fucking charts, and it's all natural. And some of y'all motherfuckers, where you getting your protein from? Hemp protein, man. Everything's got protein in it. That's all the damn lies, man. Spinach got more calcium than fucking milk. But you guys have to believe all the lies. Right? Because vegans are fucking crazy people or something. I don't know, man. I try and explain that I'm on a vegan diet, but I think most people always want to affiliate with like the activism and all the kind of, the social shit. And I don't align with that stuff. I care about life. I care about animals, right? But you're never going to see me out there protesting some shit. That's not the lifestyle I do for anything. The only thing I'm protesting is right here, right now, saying, come on, motherfuckers. If I can do it, you can do it. And the fact that I've done it, that's going to expedite your fucking journey and your process. You don't got to figure all this shit out. I'm someone that can fucking turn back and say, look, man, let's take these few steps here and let's see the results. Because this is a result-driven fucking program, right? If the results don't happen, man, right? I'm wasting your fucking time. But I'm this confident in the results, and I'm going to guarantee you, one of you motherfuckers hit me up, it's going to cost you, right? To have me building you up from a fucking health, fitness, nutritional standpoint, it's going to cost you. But what the fuck is your health worth? What is feeling fucking great, going back to an optimal version of yourself? I never thought I'd get there, you guys. I'll tell you a story. When I started losing all the weight and just feeling better about myself, I remember like when I was, the fattest I ever got was 242 and a half. I almost died in my sleep. And my waist was always about 36, wearing double extra large fucking shirts, just feeling like a fucking pig. And I remember one time I went to a store and I purchased this pair of pants. It was like, and I thought it was size 36. Well, I got home and it was a size 30. I'm like, ah, fuck, man. And for whatever reason, life hits me, and it was bigger hassle to go return the pants. I was just gonna donate them. Well, I didn't get around to donating them. And I remember just having this premonition. I think it was like in 2020. Yeah, it was like in fall of 2020 that I had this premonition that I found these pants. I was cleaning out my closet, and I came across this pair of size 30 pants. I said, man, I'm gonna try these on. Dude, it fit. I was like, no fucking way, man. I can't believe that I had transformed that much. Going from size 36, even though I've been having to fucking poke new holes in my belt and all that shit. I'd seen that. The other cool thing is when I was in the military, I deployed with this Marine infantry unit. It was a trailer platoon with the Maritime Special Purpose Force, and we were part of our unit was Force Recon Marines, and one of their riggers started making all kinds of cool backpacks and fucking war belts and all this badass shit. And so I bought a pack off him, and I bought a fucking web belt off him. Bad as fuck. And for whatever reason, I never sold that belt, but I was like, man, I ain't never gonna be able to wear that belt again. Maybe I think I was trying to save it for my son or something. And I was surprised I had gotten rid of so much shit. I was surprised that I still had that belt on me, you guys. And I think it was last year. I started really fucking turning the page and really starting visualizing some goals and some bigger dreams, starting to reinvigorate my purpose in life. Saying, look, man, I've been settling for less. Dude, I was a success in my 20s as a business entrepreneur. I was a success in the military. I was a success at fucking Santa Fe Community College, building an award-winning fucking program, right? Impacting veterans and their families all over the country, winning national fucking awards and shit. And yet I didn't have enough self-confidence in myself that I could fucking, that I wanted to build another business, that I wanted to become financially successful again. I kind of told myself a lie that, I'm a company man. Well, I'm not. I don't fit in that mold, and I never will. But I came across this belt, and same thing, man. I fucking put it on my waist, and it fit like a motherfucking glove. And I wear it every day. That's my war belt. I wear that motherfucker every day. I deployed with that belt, and I came back with it, and it's just that constant reminder of this transformation. But it's also a constant reminder for me to just keep fucking going. Keep raising my aim, going for bigger and better, and just, man, there's crazy breakthrough, right? Crazy breakthrough. I'm starting a brand new venture with some amazing people, and I'm going to tell you guys more about this success, but literally an incredible story is just unfolding behind the scenes right now in my private life, in my business life, in my successful life. It's that next level step that's fucking incredible. And it just goes to show you, man, you put in the work, you start believing in yourself, you start getting real with yourself, you start really fucking saying, you know what, I've been settling for less. I know I'm capable of doing more. Regardless of how bad it is, you guys, the worse off it is, that means just about anything you fucking do is an improvement, yes? If your fucking shit is really bad right now, anything you do is going to be an improvement. So to do nothing just keeps you fucking stuck. But you do any fucking thing. Just hit me up today. That's a pretty good thing to fucking start. Let me give you some encouragement. Let's talk about, all I want to know is, what are you up to? What are your goals for this year? What are you trying to accomplish? Right? What are you unhappy about that you'd like to fucking feel a lot better about in a year from now? Not fucking tomorrow, just in a year. Like, how do we fucking start changing some things up, mapping out a fucking plan for your life? And I know that every single one of you can make that shit happen, regardless of how you feel about yourself. This whole fucking, I got big bones, all that bullshit, right? I think I saw that the other day, man. The meme about, hey, there's no big bone skeletons, right? Anybody ever seen a big bone skeleton, a human one? I'm not talking about fucking Neanderthals and all this other bullshit, man, but I ain't never seen that, right? Just like I never seen a black or a white one or an Asian or a Mexican fucking skeleton, man. We all about the same when it comes to fucking what's underneath the surface. I used to be an x-ray tech for a couple years in the military, so I know what the fuck I'm talking about. But if I can inspire you guys to exercise, whatever your comfortability is, man. Some of y'all need to dig in your pockets. And you're going to have to pay a little bit. Go get a fucking personal trainer, right? Don't just hire anybody. Find someone that truly understands you, right? Be very honest with them if you have limitations or health issues. And, really, you got to have that conversation about what your own personal goals are, right? What are you trying to change about the way you feel? It's about how you feel. Fuck how you look. If you just feel better, you guys, if you start feeling better, which starts on the inside, right? Trust me, it's guaranteed it's going to translate that you're going to start looking better, right? But the reason why, even when your body, you see all these beautiful people, they look like shit. They feel like shit. And a lot of people kill themselves because they feel like fucking shit. But we're over here fucking celebrating. I'm thinking, man, if we could only be like them. When they fucking empty. So again, at the end of the day, just your looks alone does not translate into you feeling fucking good. But it's a pretty damn good start. If you start taking care of yourself, then you do have something to be proud of. And even if you ain't seen those results yet, on the inside, you can start changing that self-talk to say, hey, I'm proud of you, right? You started something new. February 1st, 2022, it started then. That's when you fucking heard that message in the morning, and that's when you got off your ass and you said, you know what, I ain't looking back. I'm done. I'm done fucking being a half-ass, a fat-ass, a slob, a fucking lazy motherfucker, just making all the excuses, right, to not become a better version of myself. And I'm glad that you guys keep showing up, man. We had a lot of people check into that. I can see these numbers of viewers going up and down. So again, you guys hang in there. Hit me up, man. This is the real motherfucking deal. And those of you that keep coming back, come back because of that, right? Because this is so fucking raw. It's so real. I'm very transparent about my life because I accept myself fully and completely. I've been saying this from the very fucking beginning. I don't give two fucks what anybody thinks, says about me. To me, it don't change my feelings about myself, right? I am now whole and complete. I fully accept myself. No one's going to fucking change my opinion of myself. I know what I've been through, and I know what it's taken me to get to here from there. And it's taken a lot, but I'm giving back. That's what I'm here for, is because I'm someone that cares enough about society, which we'll talk a lot about on Friday, making a difference, right? I give a lot of my time volunteering in some pretty fucking dangerous places. And I've also volunteered in some just, the homeless shelter, picking up trash, all this stuff. I'm really someone that cares about giving back. It's always been about helping others in my life. And this is no different. This is the accumulation of all of that, because this is now me not telling you about someone else's program and how it can help you. This is me now saying, look, my fucking life story is the thing that you can use as your fucking flagpole, right? Let me be the guide, right? Just like I was in the military, man, carrying that fucking flag. You carry that unit flag, man, trust me. Everybody's looking up to you saying, fuck yeah, this is our fucking leader. This is our standard bearer. This is the guy that we're all fucking guiding off of. Dress right, dress. He's the fucking example. That takes a lot of fucking courage. That takes a lot of grit. To put yourself in a situation where everyone's looking at you because you're the fucking example. You're the role model. Do you have what it takes as a parent? Do you have what it takes as a spouse? Do you have what it takes as a fucking human being to start looking around you and saying, you know what? I'm going to buck the system. I'm going to go against the grain. I'm going to be the fucking standard bearer. I'm going to be that positive motherfucker when everybody's spraying despair and worry about this world and how crazy it's getting. I'm going to fucking take care of myself first, and I'm going to try and inspire some motherfuckers around me to get out of their fucking pity parties, to get out of that anxiety and that depression, bust through those fucking addictions, start living life again, motherfuckers. Let's quit making fucking excuses. Quit fucking eating bullshit, man. Have some fucking discipline. Get out there. Get active today. Get out in nature. You know what we say every time. Results kill excuses. It's all on me, motherfucker.